scientists have reconsidered their previous objections, and now they think that the Book of Joshua describes an actual fact, a solar eclipse. This change of opinion is based on something nobody had thought before, that the eclipse that Joshua invoked could be an annular solar eclipse, where the moon does not completely cover the sun and not a total one. There were no total solar eclipses at the time of Joshua, but there was one annular, on October 30, 1207 BCE, more than 3,220 years ago. Several dozens seals from the First Temple period have been found, many with biblical type names and ancient Hebrew text, in excavations in the city of David in Jerusalem. The seals give credence to the theory that in the Iron Age Jerusalem was an important administrative capital of the Kingdom of Judah, and the Israelite form of some of the found names supports the idea that the Israelites fleeing from the Assyrians found refuge in the southern kingdom of Judea. An archaeological layer with unmistakable traces of destruction dating from the Babylonian conquest of Jerusalem in the year 586 BCE has been found by archaeologists in the city of David, at the foot of the old city of Jerusalem. The layer was found inside houses built outside the walls of the city, which indicates that in the 6th century BCE East Jerusalem stretched beyond Jerusalem's city walls. Dozens of fragments of brightly colored textiles from King David era were found at an archaeological dig in Timnah, in southern Israel. The fabrics, woven in wool and dated from the 12th century BCE to the 10th century BCE, were colored with vegetable dyes, and some were decorated with a pattern of red and blue bands. These textile fragments, extremely rare, and their colors were preserved thanks to the extreme and arid climatic conditions of the region. Many doubt the existence of a powerful and unified Jewish kingdom, with capital in Jerusalem and governed by kings David and Solomon. But it has now been announced the discovery of a monumental building confidently dated to the Davidic period in Tel Eton, a Canaanite city that had apparently allied itself with a powerful Jewish kingdom, exactly in the days of David and Solomon. A 2,700-year-old clay seal discovered in Jerusalem in February 2018 may have been the personal seal of the prophet Isaiah himself. The seal definitely says the name of Isaiah, and has the first three of the four letters of the Hebrew word for prophet, Nun, Bet and Yud. That could mean the beginning of the four-letter Hebrew word Navi, which means prophet, if we assume that there was a fourth letter, Aleph, which broke off. When Assyria invaded Judah, Isaiah gave King Hezekiah the comforting message that Assyrian forces would not conquer Jerusalem. The prophet was right, as the Assyrian chronicles themselves attest, but no one explained why Sennacherib, just when victory seemed within reach, suddenly lifted the siege of Jerusalem and did not expel Hezekiah from the throne of Judah. But now the specialists think that those responsible, other than God, were the mice, possibly carriers of a plague that decimated the Assyrian forces. The Bible mentions the governor of Jerusalem, a high royal official during the reigns of Hezekiah and Josiah, in 2 Kings 23:7 and 2 Chronicles 34:8. The archaeologists have just found a fantastically preserved seal, named after the biblical governor of Jerusalem during the First Temple era, 2,700 years ago. Other similar seals had already been found before, but this is unique because it is of unquestionable provenance, found in an excavation in Jerusalem and not on the black market.